Guys, what is up? Welcome back to my channel. Happy almost August. That is literally crazy. Where has summer gone? Fall's gonna be here before you know it, and I love fall, but I'm not ready for summer to be over, like, at all. So y'all know the drill by now. We're sitting, we're relaxing, we are resetting for August, super casual. You guys really love when we just like sit and talk. When I say we, as in like, you know, we're doing this together. When you guys have this video on the background, we're hanging out, we're besties. And that's what I just love about these resets. So if you guys are just clicking on this for the first time, hi, hello, my name's Carter. I'm 26 now. I talk all about getting through life in your 20s unfiltered, from personal finance to getting your ish together to just everyday introverted life, working a corporate 9-to-5 and trying to balance it all. And yeah. And the things on our agenda today is we're gonna review our July goals, create some August goals, go over my budget from July. I think I'm gonna end up including my August budget in here, and you guys will kind of see why, but I'm gonna do a little bit of reflecting on July, and so I'm just gonna kind of put it all into one video and talk about my favorites and then things I'm looking forward to in August. So honestly, let's jump into it. Grab a beverageino. I'm drinking a Diet Coke. It'd just be one of those days. And let's jump into it. The rain is coming, so I'm gonna try and hopefully film this as quick as I can so that the lighting stays good. But let's start with just a reflection about July. I kind of change up the way I do these videos. Sometimes I want to talk about the month, sometimes I want to move on from it, and I just wanted to chat about it. I feel like, one, I did not post as many videos as I normally do this month, and I'm trying to learn to give myself grace, but it does disappoint me. Like, I feel like I am like failing you guys when I don't post my normal amount of videos. I don't think I realized the toll that selling your house would have on us. Mentally, emotionally, physically, like with work, everything. We've only ever been on the buying side, and selling your house is a whole different ballpark. It's like your life just revolves around showings, and as much as you say like, oh, you know, I'm not gonna let anyone inconvenience me, when it comes to like wanting to sell your house, you just get to be like, oh, it's fine, I'll just let the showing happen at dinner time, it's okay. And I feel like you get more and more lenient, and I just feel like, honestly, we're so grateful to be in a position where we can sell our house, right? Like, at the end of the day, if we don't sell our house, we still have a roof over our head, we have this beautiful home, like everything's gonna be okay. But I feel like I don't have a routine right now. I feel like my life is cleaning the house and having showings, and that's fine. It's just a chapter, and it's, you know, short-term. What was I saying to Matt? Short-term, like, sacrifice for long-term success and gain. But in the moment, it's really hard, especially with it being like our birthday month and stuff. Like, I spent the majority of my birthday cleaning the house because we had 2 showings. And anyways, I just feel like it was a month where it was like one of the best months, but also the most stressful months that I've had ever, probably. And I think when you have like your next house lined up, there's just like this pressure, like, okay, we need someone to buy our house, and no one really talks about that. So it's been a lot. Like I said, I just feel like I'm not really in a routine right now. I don't really know where anything is in our house because we just throw random stuff in random cupboards. And I'm excited to go into August knowing what's going on. Knowing, you know, like, let's say, I think right now in Ottawa, the average house is taking 28 days to sell. I'm just excited to go into August knowing the plan. Like, I think the unknown right now is kind of what's stressing me out, and I feel like, you know, I don't really know what to save for. My emergency fund's been depleted with deposits. Like, there's just excited to maybe get back into a routine and just kind of, I don't know, I feel like I've also learned from July. Maybe it's okay to like take a break from certain goals right now and kind of now that I've been through a month of having our house, or not a month even of our house being on the market, but like a few weeks, I kind of know what I can control and what I can't control. I think August will definitely be a lot better, but I was just kind of in for like a bit of a rude awakening, I think, in July, because I was like, oh my god, selling your house, so easy, no big deal. It's a lot, but really grateful that we have really awesome parents that, you know, live 10 minutes away, and we can just hang out in their backyard all the time while we have open houses and showings and stuff. So really grateful for that. I feel like, though, this month is really important to talk about because it was one of my best months in terms of like the memories we made, but I actually barely accomplished any goals, and that just says something. That as much as I think goal setting is important to set yourself up for success in the future and right now and keep yourself driven and motivated, sometimes your best months don't need to include hitting any goals, and I honestly just don't care that I didn't hit any goals. It's fine. You know, last year in Was it July I took a break from goal setting? I took 1 month off where I just didn't set any goals, and I didn't really beat myself up about it this month. I was like, you know what, it is what it is. I posted less videos, I made a little less money, you know, it's fine. You know, we all need a break sometimes. So with that being said, that was kind of what July was like, but it was our birthdays, so we had a really great birthday weekend. You guys just saw that vlog. It was honestly one of my favorite videos I think ever. It was so much fun to be at the lake and just get away. I love that our birthdays are only a few days apart because we just, I don't know, getting to celebrate with him is so special. So July was definitely a good month. And yeah, but let's jump into the July goals. I'm kind of going into it with like a grain of salt, in the sense that I don't really think I accomplished many goals, and that's totally okay. Will I carry some of these goals over? Maybe, but I'm not going to beat myself up about it. It is what it is. Let's jump into it. Throw myself over here so I can stick the goals up right here for you guys. But personal goals. I did actually read 2 fantasy books this month. I'm so proud of myself. I just finished, I mean, I guess controversial if The Wishing Game is a fantasy book. I described it as like a modern fantasy. So I'm going to consider that one. And I actually just finished Legends and Lattes. What's it called? Legends and Lattes? Very cozy fantasy book. So I did do that. And I did have a little bit of a solo date day for my birthday. So I guess I did accomplish those 2 things. I didn't really do much research on the Oura ring, honestly. No, it wasn't a priority. So that's something I definitely want to carry forward, but I didn't really get to it this month. And same thing, I did not make it to Pilates classes. But on the other hand, I do have to say I'm really proud of myself, because as much as like having showings and stuff kind of takes you out of your routine, we did still make it to the gym at least 2 times a week, and I was still able to close my loops every day. So I'm really proud of myself that I stuck to that, because typically the gym is like the first thing to go for me. So I'm really proud of myself for that. So while I did not accomplish the original health and wellness goal, I am really, really happy about what I kind of accomplished behind the scenes. Keep up work boundaries during slow season. That is just something I'm working on. I definitely think I'm getting better on my work boundaries. It's not something I can say that I accomplished. Like, I think that's just an ongoing task that's gonna need work, but I did definitely work on that this month. Work on being ahead, not on time. Yes, I think the key for me is getting out of the house. Honestly, with working from home, like, yes, I don't really have my own office anymore that I can go into, but I realize I do really, really well if I start the week off with a coffee shop work session. I just like feel like I get a lot done. So kind of figuring out my ideal work routine has been really helpful for me, and so I think I've been doing a good job at this. I really want to start filming more work content again. It's just like so tricky with social media, but I definitely want to dabble in it again, like maybe my work from home routine or something. Let me know if you guys want to see that. Create a short form schedule. Did not do that. Did not post 15 videos this month. I think I posted 10, which is definitely still an accomplishment. 10 videos is better than no videos, but I kind of saw it as like a little bit of a break. Summer is a slower season on YouTube. It's kind of a bit hard to hit the algorithm. For obvious reasons, people are outside more, your views aren't as high, right? Typically back to school, fall, winter is really when that like explosion of growth happens for a lot of creators. So I'm not beating myself up about it. I saw it as like a time to take a break, recharge, brainstorm for the fall. So it is what it is. Invest 15% of my income. No, I think I invested like my bare minimum this month. It was just, it was an expensive month. It was like a lot of house stuff going on. No clothing purchases. I also didn't accomplish this. I think I bought a few activewear pieces from Abercrombie. I mean, I was very intentional with the pieces that I bought, but yeah, I didn't accomplish that. And yeah, so 2 of my goals and 2 are in progress. Like my work ones, I can't really say like I accomplished those because they're a work in progress. So not my best month, but honestly, like I said, I'm not really upset about it because there was just a lot going on. I did spend some time brainstorming my August goals, so I figured I would share those with you guys. My quote of the month is, "The waiting, the meantime, the in-between all serves a purpose. Trust the process even amidst the delays and detours." I think for us right now, that is really, really important. We're kind of stuck in limbo right now, which I don't do well with. I'm like I need definite answers kind of person. And so I'm struggling right now with the house stuff, but I know it's all going to work out. And, you know, if for some reason the house that we put a conditional offer on falls through, there will be another house out there for us. It's just really hard to see that in the moment. So I'm just trying to trust the process. When you're like I feel like it's one of those things that like when you look back on something and reflect, you're like, oh, I'm so glad that didn't work out. But in the moment, it's really hard to think that. So just reminding myself that the universe has a plan for us. and it's all gonna be okay at some point. I'm bringing you guys down a little bit. I was like stretching like this, it was hurting my back. What I decided to do was really reflect on July, and amidst the chaos, like let's just assume the house is on the market for like, I don't know, let's just say all of August, okay? Like not worst case scenario, but like let's just assume, right? And then if we get an offer before, great. What are things that I can tangibly still work towards while I have no real structure and routine, and what are things that I want to push to the side for now? So I know that realistically nothing around the house, I don't really have any goals with that. I don't really have any goals with work, and I'm really wanting to focus on health and wellness and personal things that I can do amidst not having a routine right now. So it was really important to like really reflect on what worked and what didn't work in July and take that moving forward, so we can, once again, I'm not upset that I didn't accomplish really any goals in July. Like it is what it is. I don't care. Look at the big picture. Really reduce my anxiety and my stress in August, and how I can still work on being a great version of myself amidst everything going on. All right, so I have 2 personal goals. Spend more time savoring over reading books quickly. If you guys follow me for a while, you guys know I'm a quick reader by nature. Like my eyes just scan the page. I'm just a very quick reader, and I still take in everything, but I've been really learning to slow down and savor a book. It's not that like I think I read too fast or read too many books, but I just want to savor the book more, right? I feel like sometimes I read to read because I feel like it's part of my job, and so I really just want to keep on slowing down. It's something I've been doing a lot of the last 2 months, and it's been really, really nice, and I just wanted to carry that forward. Next is take more random photos and post lots of photo dumps. I don't know about y'all, let me know, but I eat that shit up. When someone posts a photo dump on Instagram, I love that. My Instagram is a very just like raw, chill place. I'm not like trying to grow it aggressively or anything. Like yes, I post the occasional reel, but Instagram is just like where you guys can hang out with me on an everyday basis. You guys can follow me if you want, and I just love posting photo dumps. Honestly, they're so fun. So I just want to take more random photos, because sometimes I'm like, oh, I want to post a photo dump, but then I don't really have enough photos. So just take a photo of whatever it is, you know, you can always delete it. Health and wellness, I'm just happy where I am right now, so I'm not going to put any new goals in for August. I really am happy with the routine that I have going. I'd like to add in another gym session maybe, so get to 3 times a week, but otherwise I'm the kind of person that when something's going good for me, I just need to keep that momentum and not add things, because then that's when I try to pull back and do nothing. So I'm acknowledging that in July I was really, really good about getting to the gym, moving my body. I want to carry that through into August and not set any new goals for that category for a little bit. Work, nothing. Business, I'm trying to find a good rhythm with short form content. I think short form content is so fun. I'm not a shorts girly, okay? I'm not a shorts girly. I think if you are starting on YouTube like in 2023, long form content will always have its place, but I think if you are starting like a shorts channel, then obviously there's an audience for that, but when you already have an existing audience in long form content and then you add short form content on that same platform, I think that's when it can kind of be a bit of an issue, and that's when you notice the views kind of dip a little bit. If you're just doing YouTube for the shorts or just doing it for the long form, like that's great, you have the audiences, but I found it really hard to mix those audiences, so I'd rather keep my short form on those short form platforms like Instagram and YouTube, or Instagram and TikTok. So all that being said, I think it's really fun because you can film just not different things, but like for example what I spend in a week. For me, that's a lot easier to film over a reel than in a YouTube video, so I've been loving dabbling with that and getting creative. So my goal is to upload 2 of them a week. I think that's a good amount. The kind of person who can be like upload, like I tried the everyday challenge, and while that was fun, I still prioritize YouTube. Like it's my baby, I love it. I'm not going anywhere, you guys, until YouTube shuts down. I need to be more realistic, and challenges are fun, like maybe a YouTube challenge since that is like my baby, but I need to find a good realistic number of short form content to post in a week, and I think 2 is a good amount. If I post more, great. Finance, I wrote sign up for fall courses. That's my financial priority this month. Set aside in my business account, like I will just pay myself a higher dividend this month to cover that, but that is my priority for the month, and that's all I want to accomplish. I will obviously invest my minimums, but like I said, with house stuff, like I have no idea what's going on. We have a deposit tied up in a house. We might get that back if that doesn't work out, but then we'll have to put it into a new house. If that, like, one of these houses works out, I need to replenish my emergency fund, but I have no idea. Like, I have no idea what's going on. I don't know when we're moving. I don't know what my new mortgage rate is going to be, or like my new mortgage payment. It's just all up in the air. So for me, I get really stressed financially when I have a lot of goals going on. So we're keeping it super simple this month. All I want to focus on is registering for courses. And then a relationship, this one is super fun. Matt and I have decided we are going to finally go to Europe. Originally we were going to wait till our honeymoon, but we're talking about on the way from the cottage, and we just found a new low-fare European airline. It's called Play, and they fly out of Canada, and we realized that we are not like 2-3 week in Europe kind of people. We are like 5-6 days. We just don't like to be away from home for too long. And so we've decided to just like dip our feet into it and start slowly. And for us, London feels like a very us place to go, with bookstores, and it just feels very us, Harry Potter. So we are starting to plan and budget a spring 2024 London trip. So that's super exciting. If you guys have any recommendations on areas to stay, like, we know nothing, let me know down below. We're planning on going for between 4 to 6 days. We're not too sure yet, but let me know if you have recommendations on areas to stay in. We kind of know what we want to do, but let me know if you have any recommendations down below. So we want to start mapping that out so that we can start budgeting accordingly, because we'll take the total trip cost divided by 2 and then we'll each save up for it. And last relationship goal is I want to start planning a fall Boston and Salem trip. You guys know spooky season is my time to shine, and we are more of like the fall winter travelers. We don't like to travel much in the summer because summer is so nice here. And so I really want to plan that out for the fall, maybe October. Once again, there's just like a lot up in the air right now depending on closing dates. Like, as of right now, we're supposed to close on our new house Labor Day weekend, but if we don't sell this house, we obviously can't do that. We have a Disney and Georgia trip booked for the end of September. That's probably not going to pan out, honestly, because if we move after, like, we just don't really know right now. So I want to start just planning an itinerary for that, and then we will book accordingly once we have a bit more information about the house. But want to start planning those trips out and getting kind of a generic cost idea. Boston and Salem will be more of a work trip since I'll be vlogging that, and like the reason we're going is to work, but I'm super excited about that. So if you guys have any tips for either, or like any recommendations, let me know. But those are my August goals. Stella decided she wanted to come and say hi. But let's do my current favorites, and then we'll end with the budget, just because it'll be a bit longer with closing out July, and then I'm just gonna throw the August budget in here because there ain't gonna be much to it. Movie and TV show. The vlog has not come out yet, but in that vlog I talked about how I'm finally ready to start Lord of the Rings. So we're watching that. We just finished the second Hobbit movie. I know the Lord of the Rings movies are better, but I really wanted to go in chronological order, and I'd rather go in the order knowing the movies get better than like start with Lord of the Rings and then watch the Hobbit. So I'm obviously watching The Summer I Turned Pretty season 2, really enjoying that. And other than that, what have we been watching? Not much. We are going to see The Haunted Mansion this week as it comes out, and of course Oppenheimer and Barbie. We just had like a really busy birthday week, so we didn't get to it, but I'm very excited to go see all of them. As you guys know, Haunted Mansion is my comfort movie and one of my favorite rides, so I'm really excited. Although nothing will top the Eddie Murphy one for me, I'm still gonna give it the benefit of the doubt. And then I already know that we're gonna like Oppenheimer and Barbie, so yeah. But that's really it. Matt and I are still rewatching The Office. It's just something fun and light to watch at night, and so we've been doing that. I haven't really watched any new shows. I'm doing a rewatch of Game of Thrones. Yeah, that's really it. We didn't really watch any movies this month. Favorite book, I have 2. You guys, so good. I will say I've gotten some DMs being like, oh, it's like not really as good as you said it was. But to be honest, I think thrillers are the most subjective genre that is out there. You can either really, really love a thriller or really hate it. And I think depending on obviously just who you are as a person, guess the plot twist, you could not like the plot twist, you could love it. Like, I truly think thrillers are so up to the reader. I know so many people who didn't love this, but I ate it up mainly because it's very like gothic thriller vibes. Once again, very Lizzie Borden inspired massacre, gothic vibes. I really, really, really loved it. I think it's his best book yet. And then I read this weekend The Wishing Game by Meg Schaefer, and Oh my goodness, I loved this book so much. Once again, I think it's a book you either like love or you don't like it, but I thought it was so whimsical and cozy, and I really love fantasy books or like magical books that have realism components to it, like contemporary fantasy, and I loved this. This says, years ago, a reclusive mega best-selling children's author quit writing under mysterious circumstances. Suddenly he resurfaces with a brand new book and a one-of-a-kind competition, offering a prize that will change the winner's life in this absorbing and whimsical novel. It very much gives like Willy Wonka vibes. It's all about the Clock Island series by Jack Masterson. Basically, these like 4 or 5 people who read it as a kid got invited out to get his new novel and the rights to it, and they go to this actual Clock Island. It gave very much like Willy Wonka vibes, and it kind of gave Inheritance vibes a little bit too, with like all the riddles and stuff. It was super easy to read, not in a bad way, but someone like me who's very intimidated by fantasy, this is like a really great starting point. If you liked this, you would definitely like the Inheritance games or vice versa, but I loved this book so much. Some romance elements, some found family elements. I loved it so much. I will for sure be buying the physical copy and putting it on my shelf because I loved it that much. I would totally reread it in a heartbeat. Next, favorite memories, for sure just being at the lake. Being at the lake, just Matt, Stella, and I, was so honestly magical. We typically go up with like the family and stuff, and while don't get me wrong, I love being with Matt's family, it's just so different when it's just the 3 of you and it's just nice and quiet. And you know, I literally spent the entire day reading and swimming, and it was just exactly what we both needed after a really stressful month. And then of course, like I said, I just love celebrating our birthdays together, so that was really fun. In terms of favorite podcasts, I actually have 2 new ones this month. I have the Shameless Book Club, which I've been loving. They review new books every week and just talk about like books they're reading and stuff, and I love that. I actually have 3 new podcasts. I also have the Money with Katie show, which is by Morning Brew, and it's basically this girl named Katie, and she just talks about like investing money. She also has a website as well, and she talks just all about saving, investing, but in a very comfortable and easy to understand way. Like her episode today was talking about how much you actually need to save for retirement, and it's less than you think, and it was just honestly absolutely amazing. I highly recommend. They're like about 20-minute episodes, 20 to 30 minutes if there's no guest, and they're just really easy to listen to. A great way to kind of get into the personal finance world. And then lastly, Matt actually introduced me to this podcast. It's called Pivot, and it's basically from a tech journalist and an NYU professor, Kara and Scott, and they just kind of talk like unfiltered about like news going on in the world, whether it's like tech, business, politics. They make like predictions and stuff, and I've just been really loving it. It's brought to you by New York Magazine. All right, favorite creators. I found some new book girlies this month, and I'm so excited. Okay, I don't know where I've been, but I just found Haley in Bookland, and I love her, and I can tell she's a Canadian because she went to Shoppers Drug Mart in a video recently, but I just love her. I love this new side of the book universe where like lifestyle and book content comes together. Like she films a lot of just like bookish content, but it's like also lifestyle vlogs, like week in the lives and getting her life together. I really love her for that, and she's just like very unfiltered and relatable, and I just really like her. Then there's Abigail's Cup of Tea, which something about her just like really calms me down. She gives me Alison Bickerstaff vibes, like just very calm, lovable, like just a very calm presence, and I really love that. She once again just does some like bookish lifestyle content mixed together, but then also has the book content as well, kind of like Rachel Catherine, how she like vlogs but then she also does book content. And then the last person, I just found her this week, and I literally just binged all of her videos. I'm trying to find her so I don't mess up. Her YouTube is Faith's Reading Things. Oh my gosh, I don't know what it is. Once again, I just love her vibes, the vlogging with the book content, and I'm just in my vlogging book girl era. It's just very calming, and I really honestly love her. She also is like a part-time like employee, like she has a part-time job, like a 30-hour-a-week job, and also does YouTube, so I feel like I can just really relate to her, and I've been loving her content. So those are all the book girlies I found this month. I hope you guys enjoyed those recommendations, and if you have anyone, let me know. If you have anyone you think I would enjoy, let me know down below. I'm really vibing with sitting on the floor. It's so comfy, honestly. But okay, we're gonna end off with the things that I'm looking forward to in August. I'll start with books. I actually have a whole like Google Calendar like tab for the books coming out in August, so let's just see what's coming out. Okay, moving back over so I can put the books here. August 1st, Rebecca Yarros' new book's coming out. I believe it's like a romance literary fiction. It's not fantasy. That's coming out in the Likely event. Honestly, there's some banger books coming out this month. I'm so excited. Masters of Death by I never know how to say it. Is it Olivia Blake or Olivia Blake? Comes out on August 8th, and so does the new Lisa Jewell book, None of This Is True. Then we have nothing. Then on the 29th of August, we have 3 new books. We have the new Nikki Sloan book, The Good Girl, Frida McFadden's new book, The Coworker, and then also Good Bad Girl by Alice Feeney. So a really stellar month for book releases. In terms of like things going on in August, I really don't think there's much. I would love to just really enjoy summer in August. I feel like our summer, once again, last year we were renovating. This year we've obviously been like looking for houses and doing all that kind of stuff. I feel like we haven't really enjoyed summer to the fullest. So I'd really love to just focus August on like going to farmers markets and taking day trips and just really soaking in summer, because it really doesn't last long around here. But I'm really just looking forward to hopefully making the most of summer and getting out of the house and getting back on my vlogging game. Not that I've been off of it, but once again, it's just been so busy. I feel like I'll start a day in my life, and then if we have like, let's say 2 or 3 showings, I can't really vlog. My like work breaks have been used like going for walks, so I haven't really been able to like vlog. It's been really hard. So today, for example, I just finished work, but we had a showing at 11 and then also another one at 1, and so that kind of took up my whole lunch break, so I couldn't really vlog much with you guys. And then we have another one at 6:30, so it's been a little difficult to time like vlogging with showings, which is why there's just been a lot of weekly vlogs. Looking forward to kind of just like knowing what's gonna happen. I would just like love a concrete answer. Once again, we're just at this point where we're like, what's meant to be will be, but I would just like love to know. I'd love to know for sure, right? Because we put the offer on the house, we love it, it's like our total dream house, but if we don't sell this house, we can't move. And so I feel like we've just been stagnant for a bit, and it's been a little bit difficult, and just like kind of not knowing if we're staying or if we're leaving. And yeah, so I'm excited to just like know in August, hopefully. Fingers crossed. Fingers crossed. Everyone cross your fingers for us. But other than that, I just really want to enjoy summer and take it all in. You guys, I had like a little bit of a budget meltdown this month because I just felt like nothing was really working for me. So I ended up going back to the spreadsheet that I was using before, and I kind of say this all the time, but like, I love different spreadsheets for different reasons. I love trying out different spreadsheets for different reasons, and just because I try something for a few months and then switch back doesn't mean I don't love it. It's just I'm trying to find what works for me best right now. While I loved the one I showed you guys last month, the one thing I will say is sometimes I really need to crunch numbers quickly, especially when it comes to paying myself. I need to just be able to plot things into columns and rows, and with a more advanced spreadsheet it's a bit hard to do that because there is like equations behind the scenes like in rows and tables, and so it can be a little bit hard to do that. So I like this one because I can just plug it in wherever, whenever. I don't have to worry about equations, and it's just simple to use. So I really love this one. But looking at July, it was expensive, and I drained my, well, I didn't drain my emergency fund, but she's definitely very depleted for the most part. And then there was costs with like inspections and stuff with the potential new house. So yeah, it is what it is. But let's just go over it really quick, and then we will kind of set up August together. Welcome to July. I actually spent a little less than I thought, so that was great, but still a little, not pricier, but we have never been in the position to have a home inspection and stuff, so I didn't really realize how much it was going to cost us. But income wise, my income was higher. We actually got a raise. I'm not unionized at work, and so yeah, I got a raise, which was great. So this isn't that I worked an extra $500 worth of like hours, but just because I had a 4% raise, and then I think there was maybe 1 or 2 days that I worked this month. But yeah, so that was awesome that I got a raise, and then I ended up actually paying myself a little bit less from the business. I just didn't need as much as I thought, but I had a really good month business wise, which was great because taxes, I got to finish up paying those. Luckily they were due in installments, but taxes. And so yeah, income pretty average month for me. Expenses were a little bit lower than I thought, still on the higher end. I typically like to see my credit card around $1,100-$1,200 between like groceries and everything. So that's something, you know, it is what it is. Groceries were a bit higher because of like engagement party and stuff, and we came in at $369, so that's great. Meal delivery, I don't know really what happened here. I had a few like mix-ups and stuff, so I got some credits and stuff. We did switch to HelloFresh from Chef's Plate, so that is a bit of a price increase, and we're not really sure if we're gonna stick with it forever, but we do like the variety in meals, so we'll kind of see. Eating out, I didn't spend too much. Once again, Matt and I just kind of split this stuff, so he took me out for my birthday, but I mean, we don't really spend too much eating out, so I assumed it would be a bit higher just with like showings and stuff, but we ended up trying our best to just not schedule showings during dinner time, and I think there was just one showing this month at 6 that we accepted and we got takeout for. Coffee shops, under budget, which is great. Appointments, I ended up actually not getting my hair or my makeup done for the engagement party, just because I honestly just didn't have the time that day, because I ended up loving the way my hair and makeup turned out anyway, so that worked out. I did get my nails done, but when we have cash, I get asked this a lot. Matt and I just like are always selling things on Facebook Marketplace and stuff like that, and so we just kind of have like a little cash spot in the house, which I'm obviously not gonna tell you where, but we have a cash spot in the house, and so whenever we pay for things with cash, I don't really put it into the budget, honestly, because I don't really know who sold what or what it was, or I had birthday money. And so yeah, I got my nails done, but I paid cash for it. I don't really count that, but you can. I'm not saying it's wrong to count cash, I just don't go out of my way to input that into the budget. Health and wellness, I was a little bit under budget, which is great. Shopping, I did treat myself a little bit for my birthday, but I'm okay with it because I love Abercrombie activewear and I've been going to the gym a lot, so that's great. Treating others, it was Matt's birthday. We didn't really do any gifts this year, but we did each buy each other a Switch game. So I bought him Zelda and he bought me the new Disney, I think it's Illusion Island. It was our nephew's first birthday, and then also Matt's credit card wasn't working and they went to go see Mission Impossible, the 4 of them, so I just paid for it. And like, I'm just not that person that's gonna ask for $40 back. Like, it's fine. Matt, you know, like, he'll pay for something at some point and it'll just even out. But that's what that was. So birthdays and movie tickets. I didn't spend any money on the kids this month. Gas, I had 1 gas fill up this month. Home, higher than we thought, and that was just because Matt and I split the inspection for our home, and then we had an HVAC assessment fee. Wedding, under budget, which was great. This was because I bought the V.E. Schwab box set, and then I also bought another book on my Kindle. Most of my books go through my business credit card since I do film a lot of book content. Just being transparent with you guys, I am able to write a lot of that off, but for some reason I think these just went through my personal credit card. So anyways, it is what it is. Bills were normal this month. I changed our utilities to baby bills. I just thought that was kind of cute. So baby bills were $210. That is all of our utilities, water, phone bill, and internet split in half. That was all normal this month, which was great. Our condo fees did go up, but it is what it is. And it's saying we still have $794, which is correct. That is just kind of like the what's left in my checkings account, which is the amount I like to have going into a next payday, which is Friday for me. I like to have between $500 and $700 in there. It was higher at some point, but I don't really need that much money sitting in my checkings account, so I like to keep it between $500 and $700. Wasn't awful. It was a lot more expensive than I was expecting, and once again, I don't put things in here like the deposit on our house. So I think it's called an earnest deposit in the States, but basically in Canada, whenever you submit a conditional offer or an offer on a house and it's accepted, there is an amount that you're supposed to put down as a deposit to show them that you're obviously interested and you have the funds available. So welcome to August. So I should actually change these to $1,200 because of my raise that I got, which should be my bare minimum now, but I'm still waiting to see because I haven't worked a bare minimum paycheck in a while, which is just my 30 hours a week. So I'm gonna work that all of August, so this number might change, but I'm thinking based on the percentage I got as a raise, it should be about this as my like bare minimum paycheck. So that's that. And then because I said I was going to pay tuition, I am going to pay myself a little bit more out of the business this month to cover that. So this is what my expected income will be. Groceries and stuff. So once again, HelloFresh is a little bit more expensive. I'm not sure how much I love that, but then at the same time, I haven't been going to the grocery store as much, so I guess that's good. I really am going to try to put this to $150, honestly. I think I can do it. But yeah, I mean, nothing is really out of the ordinary here. I do think I'm going to get my nails done this month, so that is accounted for in my appointments. Health and wellness, I always leave this at $50 in case I need like face wash, moisturizer, etc. Shopping, I'm going to put to $150. I just really don't need too much this month. Treating others, $200. We have a wedding to go to at the end of the month, and then it's also my brother's birthday, and we typically just do like $100. Well, we do $100 each for weddings, and then my brother will give him $100. The kids, I'll just put to $50. I think still needs kibble this month. Gas, I'll just put $75. House, home, as far as I know right now, this number is not changing. If the house that we put an offer in on, something falls through and then we have to do an inspection on another house, we will deal with that when the time comes. But as of right now, there's nothing for wedding and engagement. We're not planning that until like next year, at least till we're settling into a house. Books, once again, I don't really think there'll be anything. And then tuition I have here at $1,300. Each class is about $600, and I think I'm gonna take 2, but I don't know, I might just take 1. It depends what classes are available in the fall versus winter. So once again, I'm gonna overshoot it, and if it ends up being less, great. Bills are the same, nothing's really changing there. Our baby bills should be smaller this month, but I'm just gonna overshoot it at $200 because we pay our water bill every other month and we just paid it in July. I'm not going to start saving for a vacation yet for London. Once again, I really just need to know what the heck is going on with our life before we can start doing that. And I think that once we know, I'm hoping in August, I'm going to do like just a giant effing life reset. Like, we're going to recalculate goals. Just, I need a big giant reset, planning, all that kind of stuff. We're going to have a big reset day where we sit down and we plan everything out, and kind of like a mid-year reset, but it's in August. So hopefully that's coming this month, but I'm going to keep up with my minimum on my TFSA and RRSP this month. So I actually might be able to pay myself less, which is really, really nice. Oh, I can. Okay, perfect. So I only have to pay myself $2,500, which is great. I love to pay myself the least amount possible from the business because obviously I'll get double taxed, right? When money goes into my business bank account, I get taxed, and then when I transfer myself money, it's like a paycheck on the personal side, I get taxed. So I try and limit the amount of money I make off my business paychecks, or I transfer, sorry, to myself from my business paychecks. So anyways, that is what August is looking like, and like I said, things will change. I might actually do like a mid-month money update this month. I haven't really been doing those a lot, but once again, it's kind of one of those months that I just have to take it day by day, and so if a lot changes in August, I might do one. Let me know if you guys want to see that. But that is the budget for July and August. We're just chilling. I've got my laptop here on my little like wood stand, and this is honestly kind of a vibe. I really like it here. But I hope you guys enjoyed, and I hope that this reset served as a reminder that you don't have to accomplish literally any goals for it to be a good month. You are in control, and sometimes we all need to break from goal setting. As much as, like I said, it's good to keep us accountable and on track for goals, I think it's also really important to take a break and be okay taking a break. I definitely did beat myself up at the beginning of the month. I was like, great, you know what, we're not going to accomplish as much as we thought we did, but that's life and it happens. And I just want this video to serve as a reminder. I posted a little sappy post on my birthday on my community tab, but I am just so grateful for you guys. I really feel like we're all friends, and there's just so many of you guys that I talk to like every day on Instagram and DM with, and I like recognize your names, and I just feel very well supported in this community. And especially in months like this where I take it a bit slower and I don't upload as much. I mean, obviously you guys love content. I love filming content. Like, I love when people post a lot of content, but I think this month was really well needed for me to just rest and recharge and brainstorm and kind of navigate this new season of life and how to navigate, you know. I think even going into August now, I have a better idea of, you know, like, don't let a showing ruin your work day, right? In the sense that, like, you can just vlog, it's gonna be fine. And I just really appreciate you guys and being patient with me and allowing me to take breaks when I need breaks so that I can be the best version of myself on here. I really appreciate it. So I love you guys so much, and I'll talk to you guys next time. Bye.